Oh, shit.
Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Looking for a crease to the left. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history.
Classic.
Those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase the championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
Yeah, so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week. I think early in the game, you can really set the tone. You got the completion. You set up a manageable 4th down situation. Do I want to be aggressive? Do I want to show them I'm willing to go for it on 4th down? I got a great opportunity right here.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Aggie.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's set. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs.
And the pass hits, picked off. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And in the free safety roaming in the middle of the field, you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
He'll bring it out. It's Sapp. He was looking for some running room.
Oh, what sweet.
He found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing.
He's going for it all. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
This time they'll go to the running game. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Going for 6. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
We fuck
and the Aggies will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Power football with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggie. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Going up top on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10.
You can tell this is fast. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you've got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defense perspective.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback will keep it. 1 step wrap, 2 step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You've got an opportunity right now. You've got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
It's complete to the right. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he's sprinting, he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecock.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
They're wasting no time trying to get the ball back. They're going to go for an early onside kick.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the 1st quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Give to the single back. They make the stop, and that's how the 1st quarter will end.
South Carolina, 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got...
Can anyone catch him? Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Inside the 30. All kinds of running room. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive play. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end. Carolina offense is back on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Fires the pass. Intercepted.
Intercepted by Texas A&M. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's got room.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
I don't know about that play call, man. Your quarterback's already thrown 3 TDs in this game. Pollock, let him cook down.
Yeah, I mean, trying to show some balance, but he has had a great day. I trust him. This is a good situation.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Texas A&M 42, South Carolina 7.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me one, too.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to be...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
South Carolina 7.
Fielded in the end zone. It's sacked. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the... Work out as he stopped at the 13. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he...
He'll take the deep shot. And his first throw here is incomplete.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Looking to move it through the air. Buys a little extra time. At the 40, there he goes. Open runway ahead. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Hand off from the shotgun. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Complete to the left.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. Got a man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Fighting off the defender. Headed to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. The AT unit on the field. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Liberty is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sparky isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Sam Houston. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? Makes the catch. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just enough time for one final play of the half. A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
Got some rebound from New Orleans.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone, it's sacked. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Going for it all. And the incomplete pass taking a a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking to throw for it. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. Rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Conway. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Gamecocks want to move quickly.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. And I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like. Because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Slips away. Deep shot for the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks, and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They'll leave it with him. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Handoff to the single running back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle. And he's knocked down, but not before.
So, give him a chance to give some stats.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the ground with the back. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They'll go to the ground. Running with power. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
So play the fucking game. Why are you chewing the fucking clock, bro? Like, god damn, son.
Keep doing it. And they're just
play the fucking game.
2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense right there.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards.
Somebody cut this bitch off, son.
Wide open on 1st and 5.
No, son, you been wasting 2 quarters of my fucking game. So I'm talking about winning.
Here's the handoff.
You done 2 quarters.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy.
Man, I don't give a fuck about that shit. Son, play the fucking game, son.
Finally, David,
you wasting both our time. The fucking 2 clock.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day.
Team trash, man. I'm trying to get some reps. That man ain't wasted 2 quarters, dog. That's my fucking oh, my lord. That's my fucking storage, man.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Take that running back out. I'm about to kill him. Son, you wasting 2 quarters, son. God damn.
It's going to be tough.
Fucking quarterbacks throwing that bitch all kind of ways. I'm talking about the back. Man, still running the clock.
Pretty good lead here late in the game. The defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of
scrimmage, so you gotta
getting stops like what they just did.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Thanks, son. You still wasting 2 quarters. Don't know what could have had.
Team to kick it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up.
The wasted 2 quarters, son. Supposed to be fucking third about 2 minutes.
The South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here.
Flying out to the left. He's at the 40.
It's so fucking far. You're talking about no winning.
Got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. The snap sets up the throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Fights off a defender. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You gonna get my 2 quarters back?
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Makes a connection.
With a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this, they'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
After the flag, it's 1st and 5 for the offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Now inside
the computer, son. Get the stats up, score 100. That shit's so fake.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense.